Old school RuneScape is a complex game, and when you start out, you may not know if you want to fully commit at first. You may not want to spend $11 for a month of membership when you've just started and know nothing about the game. But then when should you become a member? Free-to-play is basically the free trial version of RuneScape, and membership gives you a lot more content. In free-to-play, you're restricted to certain skills and areas and only have a few quests. But before buying a bond or paying for membership, there are still lots of things you can do in free-to-play to have fun and figure out whether you like the game or not. Personally, I suggest playing in free-to-play until you get bored of it. That might be after doing a few quests, or it could be well after you've pretty much mastered free-to-play. Otherwise, if you're a completely new player or haven't played since before EOC, you might be overwhelmed by members' content. Old school RuneScape isn't literally a copy of RuneScape from 2007. It's had a lot of updates over the years, so playing in free-to-play is a great start. You don't have to follow this guide exactly, but this is to give you an idea of what you could do before becoming a member. First, let's talk about quests. Some quests are really good to do early on because they'll give you lots of XP, which will boost your levels pretty fast. The best ones to do for early XP are Cook's Assistant, Sheep Shearer, Doric's Quest, Witch's Potion, The Knight's Sword, and Misthalin Mystery. Prince Ali Rescue is good to do early on so that you can use the Alcarid Gate for free. Rune Mysteries unlocks mining essence and crafting runes. Corsair Curse could be good if you're staying free to play for a while because it unlocks Ogre's Shamans, which is one of the best moneymakers in free to play. X Marks the Spot could be good to do if you're a new player or don't remember how to do clues. The quest also gives you a free beginner clue. The Stronghold of Security gives you free 10k GP and the best melee boots in free-to-play. It's not hard to run past the monsters on each level even if you're a level 3. Just as long as you click the next door as fast as possible, you should be fine. You can get up to level 8 attack on the dummies upstairs in the Varrock Palace. In free-to-play, there are some skills you should absolutely train before becoming a member, because you'd be training them the exact same way as a member anyways. Woodcutting is an obvious one. I suggest getting at least 35 woodcutting in free-to-play because as a member you won't unlock any better woodcutting methods until 35. 35 is when you can do teak trees, which is a popular method of woodcutting at any level. 50 fire making for Wintertodt, 48 fishing for barbarian fishing. Although there are some members quests that give you lots of fishing XP, so you could do those before 48 fishing. Or if you plan on staying free to play longer, you could get up to 58 or even 70 fishing. Barbarian fishing isn't much better than fly fishing until you get to level 70 and unlock the last fish. But barbarian fishing also requires strength levels, so keep that in mind. I recommend getting 15 mining in free-to-play. The bots in free-to-play are usually on the iron and higher level ore, but copper and tin should be fine. Level 15 is when you can start mining iron, which is a great method for training mining. As a member, you'll have less bots to compete with for ore, more areas, and more worlds. So I really don't recommend training mining in free-to-play. It's awful. Not necessary, but I recommend getting at least 37 magic to unlock all of the free-to-play teleport spells. It makes getting around a lot easier whether you're free-to-play or a member. I also recommend training each skill at least a little bit, maybe to level 5 or something. That way you get an idea of what RuneScape is like, because you'll be doing this a lot later on. It depends on what route you take in RuneScape. You could focus on skilling or PVM or PKing or any number of things. But RuneScape is a very grindy game, and as you level up, the XP between each level increases. And next thing you know, you're training a skill for days before you get another level. Of course, you unlock better methods later on, so it's not too bad. Getting decent combat is probably a good idea, although there are usually better methods to train even low-level combat as a member. But if you insist on staying free to play until you have decent stats, I'd say base 40 melees is probably a good idea. Then you can use Rune, the last tier of free-to-play armor, and have a decent amount of protection when doing combat stuff as a member. If you're an Ironman, you could get GP from grabbing steel plate bodies or plate legs in the wilderness and selling them to the bandit shop. I say do this in free-to-play because there are usually a lot less PKers in free-to-play, and in the members' worlds, the bandit camp has higher level bandits and you're more likely to be killed trying to sell stuff to the shop. If you're making an ultimate Ironman, I recommend doing this first so that you don't have to worry about losing your items and have a nice cash stack to start out with. I have a separate video on this if you want to learn more, and once you're done with all of that and think you're ready to become a member, there's a lot more to do, and I'll make a video later on about what to do after you become a member for the first time. That's it for the video. I hope you all have fun, and remember to go at your own pace and just do what you feel like doing. Goodbye, friends.